Hey, I got the bag.
Are you okay?
Welcome to the show once again. This is Fact Show on Facts for Noise. We separate truth from lies and lies from truth. If today happens to your first time of seeing my video on your screen, please don't forget to hit the subscription button for more videos. Today we are going to have a very short description or conversation about cocoa production in Ghana. So as you can see, how we produce this one. In advanced countries, they use advanced technology, but in Ghana here, we use manpower. That's why Africa, we are very strong. Our technology is very low, but our manpower level is very high. Ghana is the second largest exporter of cocoa beans in the world after Côte d'Ivoire, which account for about 1/3 of the global supply. The adoption and adherence to good agronomic practices makes Ghana to produce premium quality cocoa in the world. So Ghana's chocolates around the world is considered to be made from premium quality cocoa beans. And as you can see this one, this is premium quality because the quality a subsidiary of Ghana Cocoa Board makes sure that the beans are of good quality. And as you can see this one, let me demonstrate to you. This is how we get our beans out of the pod. We use cutler like this. Elsewhere, they have the technology, so they can use machine to crush the beans. So as you can see this one, good. So the beans are very, you can see, and it is very sweet too. So you can eat it, but we don't throw it away because of its quality. According to most popular story, cocoa cultivation in Ghana began at around 1895. A blacksmith man known as Tete Kwashe, who was working in a slave farm in Fernando Po, smuggled some of the cocoa beans and brought it to Ghana. So when he came to Ghana, he established a small farm at Akuapem Mampong, where he started nursing the beans. And to God, or by God being so good, cocoa beans has now expanded across the length and breadth of Ghana. And every part of Ghana, people are growing cocoa beans. And cocoa has now become the backbone of Ghana's economy. Majority of the population in Ghana are now growing cocoa, and it is helping a lot of people when it comes to income generation. But as you can see, there are some, how do you call it, setbacks when, or there are some challenges in growing cocoa as compared to the rest of the world where technology is high, like China. When you come to Ghana, it's not like that. Everything is based on manpower, because here we don't have machine to harvest the beans. So as you can see, we need to, with this one, the ripe one, if you want to harvest this, sometimes the one at the lower part like this, we use cutlass, and we have I've forgotten the name. I think it's like a hook that we use to harvest this, the one at the upper part. But when you go to the developed countries, they have machines to cultivate these beans. But here we use manpower to do everything. So like weeding, for instance, we use cutlass and everything. So it's like farming in Ghana is based on majority is based on manpower, unlike elsewhere whereby we have machines and other like the technology is high and there are other machines which helps to do large scale farming. But in Ghana here, whether large or small, is based on manpower. So sometimes it makes young guys, or if you don't have money and you want to venture into farming, sometimes it's very, very difficult because the capital, or sometimes you need capital to hire labor. As you can see for this one, like this, when the cocoa is grown for some time, it reduces the growth of wheat. So as you can see this one, the weeds are not plenty. The only thing is to, doing your spraying to control the diseases of cocoa. But to God being so good, our soil is very, very good. As you can see this one, see, is growing very, very, very well. And let me show you one thing. So like if you have 100, someone will ask, if you have 100 acres of cocoa farm, and after harvesting, you need to gather everything So this is the place. In our language, we call it aboye. You need to gather all the harvested beans here, and people will be sitting around. So this is someone's seat, this another man's seat, this another man's seat, this another man's seat, and then we use small cutlass to crush the pod so that we can get the beans out of the pod. You see, everything is based on manpower. But when you go to elsewhere like China, they use machine to crush the beans to get the pod out, to get the beans out of the pod. But here we use cutlass, so you can count like 1 million pods of cocoa, and people will be surrounding it and then be using cutlass to crush them to get the beans out of the pod. So it's like farming in Ghana is based on manpower. Majority is based on manpower because the technology is not all that high. But Ghana's cocoa is the premium one. Ghana produces the best quality, the best premium cocoa is from Ghana. When you go to cocoa production areas, in fact, it is not easy because everything is based on manpower. There is nothing like machine. As you can see, the arrangement of the cocoa trees is not well arranged, whereby whereby car can even pass through. It's like manpower. After harvesting, human being needs to go around